All right. Welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to quickly show how to set up tracing with Langfuse. Langfuse is an open source platform where you can set up tracing for your LLMs, among other features such as prompt management and evals. So the nice thing about having an observable system is, yeah, you are observing it, right? Even a normal system, especially distributed systems, you need to be able to check and trace a call to see which services it touched, where things may be slowing down, where things failed. It just helps you have this um, overview of what's happening within your system. And it's more so important when you are working with LLMs because they are quite indeterministic or non-deterministic. So one question or one message can have different responses depending on the temperature, maybe. So if you are building a system that uses an LLM, you will need to be able to see and trace such conversations. So you may see where things, it may be hallucinating, where things may not be working well. And that also ties in well with evaluations. You may then pick one conversation and add it to your evals. So you can see if your LLM is getting worse or getting better or whatever. So the goal for this video is just to have a small application. I think it's going to be 30 or even less lines of code, where we have a multi-turn conversation with an LLM that's running locally. I'm running yeah, Gemma 4, and I already have Langfuse running locally on my machine. If you want to know how to set that up, I will leave a link in the description, but you can easily find that on their website and on GitHub. So I have that already running, and I have a blank Python app here. So let's get started. What I need first is to be able to load the environment variables. So I've already set up what I need, which is the secret, the public key, as well as the host. I will need to fetch that. So first thing first, let's import load that whatever import load.env. I'm also gonna import LiteLLM. I have LiteLLM installed. This is my go-to library. It was quite scary a couple of weeks back when someone sort of hijacked it and added some not so nice code in there, but I'm glad it's all sorted now. So what I need now is to load our .env. We need to set the callbacks for LiteLLM and point it to Langfuse to say for everything that happens, also send a message or traces to Langfuse, and you will see the suggested ones. There's quite a lot of them, your data dogs and your human loop, GitLab, whatever. So I'm just gonna say Langfuse. I want the open telemetry one. So we have that going. Let's just add our system prompt. Maybe let me make it uppercase. I don't know why, but yeah, system prompt. I'm gonna say the hello world of system prompts. You are a very helpful and let me also just say enthusiastic, if I can spell it, enthusiastic assistant. Okay, I think that's good enough. We want the base URL for LLM. Base URL. So my Gemma 4 rather is running on localhost port 8080 v1. What else am I gonna need? I'm just gonna need maybe the session ID so we can be able to trace. Remember, especially most systems, it will be stateless. Maybe it's a website that then calls a an LLM on the back end, like your simple chatbots. So we'll need to have a session ID so we can be able to trace the conversation for that particular session. Test session. What else do we need? Let me just have a message history. I'm just gonna say message history, which is at the moment just in memory. And then we do a while loop. When I was still doing my first year in university, they were telling us how dangerous while true is. And here I am a couple of years later, I'm still doing the dangerous thing. So we want the user input. I'm not gonna say user message, which is an input. We're gonna prompt them to enter your message. Right, and now we need the messages to send to the model. The first thing we want to send is the system prompt. So system, the content is the system prompt. We also want to append the history or message history. And now lastly, the user's latest message. So we can have a nice multi-turn conversation, and they are the content user message. Right. Let's get our response, which is LiteLLM completion. What I need, the model. I'm gonna say OpenAI. I don't know if I can just say OpenAI local. Let's test that and see, because I'm running locally. The reason why I added OpenAI, not OpenAI, is because Llama CPP uses the OpenAI. Their server uses the OpenAI interface. So yeah. And what else do I need? The base URL. Base URL. The other thing I need is the messages, which is the messages that we've defined, and also needs maybe metadata. Hopefully that's gonna work. I need session ID, which is our session ID. Session ID. Now, what we are going to do is print a response choices. It's an array, so we get the first choice. And we get that a message from there and print the content. Okay. Fingers crossed we have done all we need to do to get that working. So let's get there and UV run main, enter your message. Hello. Gonna complain. I'm not sure what this error is about. I will investigate and maybe comment on the video why this thing is popping up. Yeah, you can tell the enthusiasm. I'm absolutely thrilled. I'm ready to jump in and help you. Okay, let me say I need help writing a haiku. I love haikus. Let's see what the enthusiastic guy is gonna say. Okay, I want a haiku about a rabbit. Okay. So it gave me software lips in the grass, long ears twitch in the moonlight, a gentle quick friend. That's great. Thanks so much. Okay, I think we have enough. And if you can see, there should be some logs, and I'm seeing some socket timeouts. Hopefully, it's working. Langfuse is running in a Docker Docker Compose setup locally. So let's go and see on port 3000 if we have anything at all. We have a few traces, but they seem to be quite disjointed. You see observation levels only 222. I'm getting a bit worried. Let's check that one out and see. This was the last one, and you are so welcome. But the nice thing about we have the session ID that we added, that test session. If we open that, we'll be able to trace everything that has the same session ID. So you'll see my initial message and the assistant with its very enthusiastic response. And I told, yeah, and also you can see the system prompt that was used. I need help with a haiku, and it came back with a nice response. And I responded, I want a haiku about a rabbit. And there you go. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for taking your time to watch. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to talk about evals, but not with Langfuse. Maybe at a later stage, but just evals in general and how important they are. How you can have them set up for your own uh, agentic development, or when you are developing agents. So yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, catch you in the next one.